The Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL prove how AI features complement the experience with practical features that just work, all while sporting upgrades to their display, cameras, and performance. After using the Pixel 8 Pro for over 6 months as one of my daily drivers, I can tell how it has exceeded my expectations. Not only is it one of the best Android phones around, but also one of the best phones overall with its impressive AI features and camera performance. That's why I am eager to test its successors, the Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro XL. The company is rearranging its Pixel lineup because instead of just one flagship model, we are getting two instead, while the standard Pixel 9 and Pixel 9 Pro Fold round things out on the other ends of the spectrum. Given the popularity of the iPhone 15 Pro Max and Galaxy S24 Ultra, Google is turbocharging its new Pixels with newer cameras, durable designs, and more helpful AI features. As much as Apple Intelligence claims to redefine the iPhone experience, I think these new Pixel phones take it a step further. In my Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL hands-on, I will explain the main differences between the two as well as sharing my early impressions to see if they are worth the money. Just as a reminder, the Pixel 8 Pro launched at $100 more than its predecessor last year with its $999 starting cost, and that's for a phone with a 6.7-inch display. That's why the Pixel 9 Pro XL is regarded as its true successor because of its 6.8-inch display, whereas the Pixel 9 Pro has a smaller 6.3-inch one. Unfortunately, Google's also marking up the prices of its new Pixels. I think it's a mistake because Pixels have historically undercut the competition, making them much more appealing options without forking over the typical flagship cost. The Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL fetch for $999 and $1,099 respectively, which means yet another $100 increase for a phone with the same sized screen as the Pixel 8 Pro. Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL pre-orders are available right now with 4 color options to choose from: Obsidian, Porcelain, Hazel, and Rose Quartz. On the surface, the same peculiar design traits that make the Pixels distinct are present here, but with slight alteration. Most notably, I like the redesigned camera bar on the back of both phones, which now is an elongated pill-shaped protrusion as opposed to edge-to-edge one in past devices. While I have been accustomed to handling the Pixel 9 Pro XL's size, it's refreshing feeling to hold the smaller Pixel 9 Pro. Apart from the camera cutout, the designs of the new Pixel phones make them look eerily similar to the iPhone 14 Pro series due to the polished metal trims that are not flat as opposed to contoured. I am on the fence about this peculiar change because the contoured edge make the Pixel 8 Pro much more comfortable to hold. It's a change I am going to need to get used to, but at least they are still sporting the same matte gloss surfaces as before to give them that always clean, smooth look. Google claims they are twice as durable as the Pixel 8 generation, while Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protects the screens. I also like the 4 color options they are available in, especially Rose Quartz with its subtle amount of saturation. One of the biggest areas Google improved on was the introduction of its actual displays with last year's Pixel 8 lineup, which I point out in my Pixel 8 Pro review. The company claims that the Super Actual displays in its new Pixels, however, are 35% brighter with peak brightness outputs of 2700 nits. They are ambitious claims for the 6.3 and 6.8-inch displays of Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL, but given how the Pixel 8 Pro realistically peaks at 1526 nits, I'd be happy if it manages to exceed 1600 in our benchmark testing. I pulled up a couple of 4K HDR videos on YouTube on both phones, and I'm glad to report that they are just as lovely as ever, complete with wide viewing angles and deep colors that catch my attention. I have got to give Google credit here because unlike other flagship pairs, the Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL are outfitted with the same camera arrangement. This turns out to be a 50 megapixel main camera, 48 megapixel ultra wide and 48 megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom. The latter spec is important because its rivals typically have a divide, much like how the iPhone 15 Pro gets a 3x optical zoom while the iPhone 15 Pro Max gets the better 5x one. So it's nice that Google's giving both phones the same 5x optical zoom. If that's not enough, their selfie cameras are also getting a tremendous boost with 42 megapixel front-facing cameras with autofocus. I snapped a couple of selfies on both phones and based on what was previewed, they look much better than the ones I have taken with my Pixel 8 Pro. Another way that the Pro pixels differ from the standard Pixel 9 is that they gain up to 8K video recording along with an upgraded video boost feature and better low-light panorama performance. For the smaller Pixel 9 Pro, I'm glad that it has the same robust set of camera features as the more expensive Pixel 9 Pro XL, so that may be an incentive to stick with the smaller phone this time around. The biggest area of opportunity for the Pixel 9 Pro and 9 Pro XL without a doubt has to be its processing performance, mainly because it's underperformed against rivals chips like Apple's A17 Pro and Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. With the Tensor G4 calling the shots, I am eager to see what improvements it has over last year's Tensor G3. First of all, both flagship models are accompanied by a generous 16 GB of RAM, which not only allows it to better multitask between apps but it also boosts its AI performance. I was impressed by how it took just 4 seconds for it to generate a custom image with its new Pixel Studio generator. Google claims that the Tensor G4 is 20% faster at web browsing and 17% faster launching apps. Other everyday tasks like running apps and moving around the interface feels buttery smooth with its actions and animations. Although the Tensor G4 chipset needs to pull out all of the stops when it comes to benchmark tests, the Tensor G3 lagged way behind the competition. Honestly, battery life's going to come down to the power efficiency of the Tensor G4 chip. That's largely because the Pixel 9 Pro XL has a 5060 mAh battery, which is marginally better than the Pixel 8 Pro's 5050 mAh one. In our battery benchmark test, the Pixel 8 Pro trailed behind its rivals. It posted a time of 10 hours and 3 minutes, falling short of the 14 hours posted by the iPhone 15 Pro Max and nowhere close to the Galaxy S24 Ultra's remarkable 16 plus hours time. Google claims that the battery is 20% longer, which I suppose should be welcome relief that it will be better this time. Power efficiency will also play a role in how the smaller Pixel 9 Pro will perform with its even smaller 4700 mAh battery. Clearly the bar has been set high, so these phones can't afford to fall further behind. On the flip side, though, Google updates these phones with faster 45 watt speeds, which is up from last year's sluggish 30 watt speed. Google's unintentionally putting itself in a bind with this year's Pixels because of the price hike for the larger Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's hard to tell right now if the $100 increase is justified by its new AI features, so I think it will ultimately come down to how well these flagships perform in all the usual categories. On the flip side, however, I have to applaud Google for giving its smaller phone the same amount of love by keeping the same set of cameras mount with the pricier Pixel 9 Pro XL. In fact, it's a front runner for those who prefer smaller phones. These phones kick off the upcoming holiday season, so they can't afford to come up short knowing that the iPhone 16 is right around the corner. They need to set the bar high or face being written off by competing device between now and the end of the year. I know that price hikes are inevitable, but these pixels need to overperform in order to stay relevant and remain competitive.